This is everything that was cut from the ninth episode of Solo Leveling Season 2. After defeating the Demon Monarch, Genu is now level 97. The reason Genu wasn't worried about how the rate of success for the Elixir of Life depended on his intelligence stats was because he previously invested the majority of his points into intelligence in order to balance out his stats. This was something that was skipped in the earlier episodes of this season. In the novel, Genu also went into more detail as to what his new skills and rewards were after defeating the Demon Monarch. Also, if you thought the anime did Iso dirty by having Genu leave her on the top floor, in the novel, she essentially ceased to exist after Genu defeated the Demon Monarch. She doesn't get a single line of dialogue and Genu doesn't even acknowledge her presence. Instead, he immediately shifts his focus to reviewing his new skills and rewards, then he tries out Shadow Exchange, making her farewell feel more abrupt and unresolved compared to the anime. Genu's backstory with his mom originally happened inside a public bathhouse. Essentially, as a kid, Genu wanted to wash his mom's hair the same way she had done countless times towards him. However, not knowing anything about water temperature, he unknowingly poured boiling water onto his mom, and because Gina was on her lap, she tried not to move. He only later realized something was wrong when the other women started screaming for help. In the novel, the doctor wanted to use the chance of Genu's mom waking up from an incurable illness as a way to promote his hospital. However, Genu had previously asked to not disclose any information regarding his mom, plus he wanted her to be released as soon as possible. Now, the doctor was hesitant at first, not wanting to release Genu's mom since she did wake up from a 4-year-old coma. However, seeing as he was an S-rank hunter, he decided to adhere to his request. Also, some pictures of Kaiso were posted online with people fearing a dungeon break might have happened. By the way, I already covered this in a previous video, but the reason Thomas came to Korea was to get information on Genu and restrict Dongseo's entry to Korea. The conversation between President Go and Genu was cut short in the anime, with Genu being shown the horrors that happened in Japan where a single ant killed 300 Japanese citizens. Originally, it was Goto who was looking down on the Korean hunters. He even made remarks that everybody besides Cha were weak compared to Japan's S ranks, and even then Cha could only compare to their high-ranked hunters but not their elites. The only hunter who could compare to their elites was President Go. In the novel, it was Goto who first noticed Genu, although he was surprised to hear that he was a mage-type hunter and not an assassin, since he only noticed him once he had laid eyes on him, meaning that Genu was able to mask his powerful presence to a point where even Japan's strongest hunter couldn't notice he was in the room with them. By the way, the 4v4s don't happen in the novels. Those were all manhwa originals. The only fight that does happen is one that will be on the next episode, so I won't say much. Also, the following content will be things that are exclusive to the manhwa and not shown in the novel. One of Japan's S-rank hunters does have a similar nose sensitivity to Cha, however he does have a stronger sensitivity to smell, so he ends up using a mask. This makes him think that he is probably a few tiers stronger than Cha, and as a side note, he did wish to have learned a bit of Korean in order to talk with her. There was also the fight between Jongsu and the translator, with Jongsu winning since he does have more experience fighting humans. This is also what started the whole 4v4 fight. Overall, I don't really have much to say regarding this episode. I did think that the scene with Genu's mom waking up was executed phenomenally. Besides that, the episode was decently paced with only a few things being cut, so as an adaptation I'd give this episode a solid 8 out of 10.